Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, and we just launched some Sky Lanterns. That's our second Sky Lantern Festival of the year, is that right? Yeah, we must have had like a social festival earlier. But it is the 5th of September, so we'll see how this goes, see if it gets us a random recruit. I think we're pretty good on people right now. Actually, Marn, will you focus on converting Alec? Socialize. Yeah, you are not our Ideological, so we'll get that taken care of. Are you up and participating? You are, my dude. I am glad to see it. You're not in the best condition, but I'm glad that you aren't just stuck in bed. Our little visitor here, though, is probably going to be down for a little while. Alex on a sad wander, and we do our first wanderer. Melee skill level 7, Norma. Welcome to the colony. Oh, another goblin? A goblin with a crafting backstory, Weaver. Great memory, psychically dull. Oh, that's just like a goblin thing. Okay. Gear, removing linen patchy shirt just because it's like low on durability. But okay, there we go. Bio-wise, good at melee. We'll stick you up here for now. Maybe we'll get you in some of that armor that we just picked up. We are having some issues with animal starvation. We're gonna butcher this horse because our little visitor horses left this guy behind. I guess they had some fun while they were here and ended up making a little guy for us. They are, I was going to say long gone, but really they've been gone for maybe like 10 hours. So we did get Harwick his new bow. It is this Lips Night Widow, right? So this is a masterwork great bow with some traits. Aiming time multiplier -20, movement speed, dodge chance, range dodge chance, all increased after getting a kill, and it has some extra armor penetration on it, so that's pretty exciting for us. Today, I don't think we have any quests or anything to take care of. There was some event happening on the world map where Vathun was trying to take this colony back from the Iron Crown, but they did not succeed. And then we have this quest chain having to do with like finding a lost city of gold. So eventually we'll get there. I'm thinking now that we've got quite a few people here, once we get some people equipped with some better armor and weapons, then maybe we'll send out like a little adventuring party. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that today, but we'll work towards it. We just got a notification that some Goldilockses have wandered into the area. These are, I imagine they're from the Beasts mod, right? Dark Age Beasts and Monsters. So tales are told of a gleaming giant gilding the very earth it walks upon. Gilding the very earth it walks upon. So it's like leaving gold footprints as it goes. Making a king out of the poorest serf with the treasure left in its wake. Many such myths surround the fabled Goldilocks, a legendary beast who roams the world. While peaceful by nature, Goldilocks is a fierce defender, trampling any who incur its wrath. The few who ever managed to tame the beast were rewarded with rich and creamy milk and its glistening wool rumored to be made out of genuine gold. Okay, interesting. So, guard, attack, rescue, haul. Nothing special there. Do we want to tame these guys? It sounds like they produce milk and they produce wool. They are pretty cool looking, kind of like a little hard to see behind the transparent trees. I really like the horn, and I like how like fuzzy they look up front. Let's take a look in the animal tab. Tame chance 32%, 10% chance. Yeah, 2 ladies and a dude. Let's go for it. Man, who is our best tamer? The animal handler, Harwick. Train, does that include taming? We're gonna pump that up on you. Man, who's good at hunting? Alex is good at hunting. I don't, I'm not sure about him being a ranged character at this point, though. Meryl, Marn, yeah, I guess we'll just leave the hunting to Alex, but we'll see if we can get these guys tamed up. Um, they are just super cool looking. I'm very curious about their wool and the stats on it, and the like value of that wool, especially compared to the Rox wool. So if we get those, we'll have to do some comparison. We got some Rox leather, we got some Rox wool. We have a spinning wheel blueprint. What do we need for it? Just wood, okay. Can we do any clothes making yet? I don't think I see the tailoring bench, so we could use the crafting station for probably like some really basic clothing items. And I'm not like too interested in any of those right now. So we'll just leave that as it is. Oh, Rhoda equipped some armor. Norma, you also equipped some armor. Okay, I want to kind of like define who's going to be a fighter and who's going to kind of like be backline villager. So I might make some changes to outfits. But I don't know. Colony's so small at this point that I think everyone just needs to like wear whatever they can to defend themselves. So I'll kind of leave it as it is for the moment. So I've been working on giving some people some ideological roles. Brix, we're turning into a production specialist. We're going to do the same with Norma. Bella, we have given the melee specialist role to. Harwick, the range specialist. And Rin is our master stylist in case we want to change the style of things. These great bows are an interesting style that I'm not sure if I'm a fan of. So maybe I'll have him come down here and take a look. We'll see what options we have. Let's go ahead and promote. No, Alex, not you, Rin. I totally forgot that we need the Silink Neuroformers, right? So they are a ways away. They are 3 days away. We have 56 days to get there. Okay, we'll start thinking about that. You grab one of these and let's see what we can do to give this a style that's pretty interesting. I do like the Corsair. Let's go ahead and swap all of those to Corsair. Don't know why that failed. It might have failed because people were just like everywhere all over the map. He was standing there for such a long time by himself. We'll try that again, production specialist, and we're just like kicking out unnecessary people. We only need 3, but we'll let 4 participate. We have finished our initial bout of research, so we are working on steam power, which will allow us to progress further with mech tech, right? So like basic construct, steam power, and then we can do basic construct. And then alchemy will open it up so that we can start smelting. We need to do alchemy, and then we can do steel. And hopefully that opens up some like melting facilities for us, because I don't think we have anything right now. Oh, actually, we do have this furnace. Oh, we can make a furnace. Temporarily, let's just stick it back here since we have a bunch of iron ore back there. And we'll get that smelted down into ingots. We'll need iron ore for various constructions, not iron ore, but iron ingots for various constructions. And obviously we'll need steel for other types of construction. So we'll need to like balance how much of the iron, well, we'll smelt all the iron ore, but how much of the iron ingots will turn into iron steel, just so that we have plenty on hand at all times. Over here we have, this guy got in a fight, so we rescued him. Or this lady. We tamed one of the other ladies. The male is somewhere around here. He's still set for taming as well. And I took a look at stats. I didn't realize this, but down here under like animal productivity, we get all kinds of stats. Gestation time. I knew we could look up some of this stuff, but milk per year, 30. Milk market value, milk value per year is 210. If we compare that to the rocks is definitely a lot more valuable. Milk per year is 600, milk value per year is 1500, and that's just because they're producing so much. I guess they produce milk every day. These guys, though, have armor rating. So if we were gonna use one or the other to like bring into battle, the Goldilocks actually have sharp and blunt armor. The Roxas do not have any armor, it looks like. Yeah, I don't see anything related to armor here. But they must just have like big health pools, right? So they're tanking with a health pool while these guys are actually doing some damage mitigation. I don't know which one ends up being like the most effective like battle animal. I do know that the Roxas seem more profitable. We'll have to see what the wool looks like coming from these guys. So I don't know if I want to keep like two large types of bison animals. So it'll be probably one or the other. I'm leaning towards these guys just because I haven't seen them before. Whereas I've seen Roxas, we've had Roxas. But if the Roxas are better for the colony value-wise, like, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. Well, Zavulan has become a guest, so I guess he's just going to wander around our base for a little while. We do have, I think we can ask guests to leave, right? Well, that faction goodwill. Relationship when recruited. 35, 135 force. It's not like enough people. Can we send you away? Are you sure if you send them, this will have no... Okay, that's fine. We'll send you away. Hanging out. Okay, and he's leaving. Thank you for spending some time with us. Get better. Tell your faction not to hate us. Thank you. Well, we've got another raid going on. This is the Unbound, so Barbarian faction, 13 of them. Looks like some melee weapons, some throwing axes. We do have some cover here. They are pretty close. I've restricted everyone to our home area. Let me just make sure our home area is what I expect. It is, for the most part. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we just wait for them to show up. I think we're pretty equally... There's 13 of them. There's 9 of us standing. Plus we have like a rock troll that'll help and come fight for us. And we're predominantly ranged. So Norma and Rin, I just gave some arbalists to. Harwick has his custom bow. And then Brix has an arbalist. Rhoda, you have... like a little crossbow, right? So let's take a look at that. Gear wise, 16 damage, 26 range, not bad. I think a warbow is actually better. Not a warbow, but a great bow, just a normal one even. So let's go ahead and give that to you. And we're all set there. We got the male Goldilocks. Still working on that female that we rescued. So we'll see if we manage to get her turned. If not, like, we have all the time in the world. She's hanging out in our barn until she joins the colony, essentially. Speaking of joining the colony, Leusis here. Social-wise, he's almost converted. Alex is almost converted as well. And then we will start working on recruiting this guy as a soldier, as part of our front line for sure. Well, the Unbound is moving in, so we are also moving into positions, and I think I want to go ahead and set these up. We'll just make that our defensive positions for now. Bella, you got your grapple turned on. Barn, you're throwing some explosions out, taking someone out. That's great. Alex and Bella are being shot at. Oh, that's a big guy. Oh, she hooked him and cracked to the sternum. Rock troll head. Oh, pulled him right into the rock troll. Torso cut ×2. That rock troll got a pretty good hit on this guy. Cracked his sternum and just did massive damage to his chest. Yeah, these troll like the barbarian gear / faction, they look insane. Let's set you there, maybe. And then Marn, can we get you back here? Actually, Marn, you have an arcane barrier, is that true? What does that do? Let's take a look at it. It's from his weapon. Okay. That intercepting things, or what's the deal here? Brix, you can't see. Let's have you move over. Dunmore, I don't know what your range is. Your range is not super great, so I guess let's have you go there. Marn will have you move up. These guys are fleeing. Okay, schedule. Unrestrict these guys. Orders, we'll do that. Looks like a couple of them are down. Muscular. Carrying capacity +5, beauty +1. This is a beautiful orc. Plants. Beautiful orc gardener. Missing an arm and a kidney. No, that's not really gonna work for us right now. We're a long ways away from any kind of prosthetics. You are not too terribly damaged. Undergrounder night owl. I guess you could be running around at night like cleaning stuff, cooking. That could be not bad. How do you feel about our roommate, my dude? Let's have Marn strip and actually, why don't you just capture that guy? Bio Valiant. Nice. Okay. Good frontline. Decent combat stats. Cooking. These trolls, they know how to cook, man. Health-wise, not terrible. Okay. Harwick, you're pretty good as well. Why don't we capture a couple trolls? See if we can convince them to join us, huh? Marn, are you doing all right? Everyone is doing fine. Alex and Bella took a few hits, but just a few scratches. Not a big deal. Some silver. Go ahead and haul that in urgently. Norma. Oh, you're probably fleeing because do we need to set you to not flee? It's a good call in that situation, Norma. I appreciate you fleeing instead of trying to pursue them. Reeves. Oh, I don't even know how you're moving, buddy. Missing a kidney, lost a thumb, lost one of your legs. You were definitely not making it off the map. Sanguine learner. He's not very smart, but he's happy. Got a bulk goods trader ship has flown in. Our little ship landing spot seems to be working out pretty well. Marn, you're good. Did we manage to save these guys? We tended them. Okay, we will convert them. And Marn, when you wake up, we'll do some trading. We'll just like offload some junk that we've collected from traders or things that we're not going to use. Like we have some weapon racks filled with weapons we're probably not going to use. There's another arbalist in there. Let's go ahead and have Rhoda swap weapons out. I think the arbalist is the best ranged weapon that we can kind of run with right now, other than Harwick's custom bow. And then we'll see if we can get some things from them. I would like some like packaged survival meals or rations or something, because this journey up to get these silent neuroformers is going to be pretty arduous. And, you know, any other caravanning that we might want to do. We have on our docket to research right after steam power I don't know if we need like salt or other things though, so depending on what the ingredients are, it might be a little bit before we can actually like produce some of our own. Well, something new for your mech playthroughs. We have a mech cluster. It's a construct cluster. So we have a sentinel. I don't know what that's equivalent to. Maybe a centipede. Sentinel hammer. Oh, so it's a melee something. It looks like we have some turrets. We have an auto ballista. We have a two Tesla steam turrets. And then a great steam lift. What is this guy? Steam-powered lift used by forges to deliver constructs into battle. Oh, so it's like they emerged from underground or something. A scorcher. I don't like this. Alex, you are having a mental break. We're going to go ahead and restrict you guys to home until our combat forces are like up and ready to go. Where did that mech cluster go? Is it out there? Like, how far out there is it? We have plenty of the map that we can hang out around. So maybe I just do that. Why don't we do a manage areas? We'll do a new area. We'll say area 1. Basically down here. That little island. Up this way. And I don't want to do anything on either side of this just in case they decide to like walk up and around that way. So I think we're going to leave it at that. And we'll let them do things in those areas. They don't really have any reason to be like out and about right now. Unless we're doing some hunting. And I don't think we're doing much hunting. We have some wild boars. They're on the wrong side of the map from us, but we are fine. We are fine. I am really curious about this ancient danger, so maybe we'll crack that open after Alex wakes up and we'll deal with the mech cluster tomorrow. Got a message. The constructs have woken up, so they are up and moving around, but of course they're going to be defending their little clusters. We could leave them there for a long time just to have them be a target for raiders that come in from that west side of the map. We'll think about it. I don't think we really need Alex to open up this ancient danger. The one thing that I'm worried about though is we do have a lot of prisoners right now, and if there are prisoners in here, then if there are any that we want to take, I don't really want to have to manage that many prisoners at this point. So I guess we'll chill for a moment. We'll see if Randy does anything else interesting for us. I haven't been paying too much attention to our mining, but I did happen to see our little rock troll contributing. So that's pretty cool to see. I know Dunmore's been working up here, but this is the first time I've seen the rock troll doing any of that stuff. We have a war merchant from the Golden Court, so these are high elves. Oh, they are beautiful. They brought some dragons with them. That's crazy. These pockets is that what they are? Huge. Yeah, so a pocket, and they're both like brilliant blue colors. And they're riding in on some ancient deer. That is super, super cool. The high elves, they live way over here in the Goldenwood. So I guess they're like north like us, but it's pretty wild that they're just kind of wandering out this way. Maybe they wanted to see kind of like the recovery of the Profane Reach and what it's turned into. Maybe they're out here helping with like nature recovering. But that is pretty awesome. Marn, why don't you go greet our guests and see what they have to trade? Dragons and pockets. That's pretty cool. like, I would love dragon scales. And I am such a big fan of people just like riding around on giant saber-toothed cats, but we've tamed Fockets before, we've kept Fockets before, so we will resist the urge for now. And we're just going to get rid of all these weapons that I kind of just don't want to deal with right now. Poor great bow, normal great bow, crossbows, warbow, masterwork crossbow. Not really a great amount of damage, but it's not worse than many of the things we currently have. Gold, we bought some from that previous airship. I think we're all set on this stuff. Do you have any supplies that we might need? We're growing our own heal root, so that's fine. Oh, these Goldilockses are worth a lot. Compare it to a rocks. So they have wool that can be smelted into gold. I'm wondering, I want to compare the wool as a product for clothing when it comes to like heat, like resistance, like temperature, insulation, that thing. You know what I'm talking about. And then also armor. Usually wool isn't great armor, but we can compare it to the rocks wool to see. But the wool being able to smelt the wool into just like regular gold for trade or use, that is pretty cool. Package survival meals, you don't have any we can buy from you. Hunting bow. 16 range. Nah, it's not better than what we currently have. Elven longbow. Range is crazy. 40. Like, the damage is not super great. Let's grab one of those just in case. We need someone doing some, like, sniping stuff. The blazing staff would be really, really cool. I think it also, like, increases magical capability and stuff. But it is so expensive. We're going to spend 6 gold here. That's fine. Sorry, 6 silver. Oh, Marn, why don't you go ahead and just, like, tell our guests that thank you for coming, thank you for the bow, thank you for taking our junk, but you guys can go ahead and leave. Okay, working on clearing all this out so that we can build the rest of these individual houses. How many people do we have? We have 10. 2 are sharing, so we need 9. I think we currently had plans for 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do need another house, and that doesn't count for our prisoners right now, who we're having some trouble, so I went ahead and anesthetized them. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're moving roof as we go. What else is going on? I'm not a fan of just like how close these bricks are together, so I'm going to go ahead and just swap those over to wood. We've done a little bit more organization over here. They just haven't had time to haul it. Yeah, things are coming along all right. Where could we stick more housing? This is supposed to be like a defense tower right there in case like this gets breached. I guess, well, we're farming down here. We're going to have to build some housing elsewhere. We could build this guy. We'd want to build it out of stone. And if we're going to build it out of stone, I want to build it out of like castle material. So we're researching steam power, doing rations, alchemy, and then medieval architecture gets us castle walls and stuff. This, I would like to make like a military barracks. So this will be kind of like, the intention for it is, this is like the east gate to the city, right? So we could build a road that connects out over here, snakes through. And then this over here is the west gate of the city. And then we have this like north central gate. And so defensive structures here, a small barracks fortification right there. And this, in addition to being the gate, would also be a barrack. How do we want to do that? Maybe we would planning. Maybe close those off. It feels really weird just having the barracks open to a main thoroughfare. So maybe actually what we do is like, this is the barracks. And then this could be like a little courtyard. So people walk through here and it's like a main road, but then we could decorate this like a little courtyard. And then we have like our little turret, our little towers, where people can take cover behind embrasures and shoot out at enemies. Yeah. Okay, so we won't plan for more housing down here other than what we planned. We'll just plan to start moving some of our pawns that are more military focused into this little defensive gate / barracks structure that we'll start building once we get castle walls researched. Okay. I think that's going to be it for today, though. Oh, man. I really do want to break into this. And I really do want to take care of those. Maybe we'll do both of those things tomorrow. I'm going to have to think about it. Because just having these guys here as potentially defense for us, like, they're not really harming anything. We still have tons of the map that we play on and hunt on and all that other stuff. So yeah, these guys are going to be here for a little while, and these guys are going to be here until at least we get this built or get these guys recruited. And then we'll crack into this guy. City expansion wise, how would we want to do this? So we would build this, and then maybe we'd build a wall down. Because we're not going to build all of this at once, right? So we build this. This is supposed to be like kind of the main property for the lord of this town. And I don't know if we're necessarily doing a noble house, but we could build this, and then this will be pretty fortified. So we could build that and have some people move into this area. Okay, things for me to think about in between episodes. I'll let you guys go now. Thanks for hanging out. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.